Clippers Nuggets Game 5 was a movie. Unfortunately for my Clippers fans, the Denver Nuggets had a convincing 131-115 victory, and that's thanks to Jamal Murray. Let's talk about it. Russell Westbrook. Westbrook gave them life off the bench, and he did it early on. I think he had 16 points in just the first half. DeAndre Jordan showed out against his ex-team, the LA Clippers, and unlike in the past, he actually had some impactful plays last night during the non-Jokic minutes. He only played 10 minutes and only had 2 rebounds and 2 assists, but at his age, him just not getting in the way and keeping the offense honest is more than enough for Denver Nuggets head coach David Adelman. Christian Braun. Braun had some dog in him today with a double-double in his usual freakishly athletic moments, like this one. Nikola Jokic. Jokic was held to a quiet 13-point triple-double and went 4 for 13 today. Thanks to Jamal Murray, who we're going to talk about in just a minute, he didn't have to do a whole lot offensively for the Nuggets to win last night, which is nice because he's going to need all of the energy he can get if he wants to close out Game 6 at Los Angeles come Thursday night. Jamal Murray. He was really due a game where he just turned on takeover mode like he did tonight, and man, did he deliver. He was seriously special. When Jamal has it on, there isn't a whole lot of guards that can score the basketball like he does. Once he saw those first couple go in, there wasn't much the Nuggets could do about him. See, usually the proper defensive adjustment would be to send help and double team, but if you do that, he's going to swing that rock to Jokic. And Nikola Jokic, being the player that he is, will either shoot the easy shot and make it, or he's going to find an open man and create an even easier shot for his teammates. He always seems to make the right plays, so in other words, the Clippers were at Murray's mercy. They had no choice but to live with Jamal's hot night. Jamal Murray finished the night with 43 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds with 3 steals. And Mr. Consistent. Aaron Gordon had himself a super solid game tonight as he finished with 23 points, shooting 7 of 11 from the field. And Michael Porter Jr. was also super efficient tonight, going for 14 points, shooting 50% from the field. And listen, I'm not even a plus-minus guy, but MPJ was plus 34 and plus-minus tonight. Plus 34 is disgustingly great. Salute to MPJ. Speaking of which, the Nuggets' whole starting 5 was in the pluses. Truly a great all-around team game for the Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard. Leonard also had himself a quiet game. The third quarter, which was his best quarter, he scored 7 points. But other than that, he was a complete no-show. He finished with 20, 11, and 9, but in the fourth quarter, he showed no signs of life, and really just looked like he couldn't get to his spots like he usually does. He wasn't nearly as aggressive as the previous games, which they won. I don't think Kawhi Leonard needs to hear this of all people, but hey Kawhi, this is the playoffs. Wake up. Realistically, now that I think about it, this could just be a testament to the Denver Nuggets defensive adjustments, so if that's the case, they deserve a lot of credit for shutting down the claw. Kawhi took on a little bit more of a facilitator role tonight, and it's cool to see that he's capable of doing that, but I just think it's a bad use of his talents. The reason Kawhi is so special is no one can guard him thanks to his shot creation, and so when he's passing up the ball so much, what happens is he's giving the Nuggets a break defensively. Kawhi, we love you for you. Stop trying to beat Tyrese Halliburton. Nobody's trying to see that sorry swing shit. Shoot the ball. Now, as far as the Los Angeles Clippers game plan, I'm having a hard time understanding why they switched it up so much. They literally should have been up 1 game if it had not been for one of the luckiest game winners I've seen in NBA playoff history. If I was Coach Tyronn Lue, I would have just trusted my guys to get the job done their way. But first, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button below, because if you don't, I'm gonna personally make sure that Nico Harrison is your next GM. And trust me, nobody wants that. Norman Powell. Powell had 12 points tonight. Bogdanovic had a cool 18 points off the bench. But Zubac was by far the Clippers' best player tonight. He held his own against Jokic defensively, holding Jokic to only 13 points. But also when the Clippers' offense was slowing down last night, which happened a lot by the way, Zubac got himself a whole lot of buckets. And he finished the night with 27 points and 5 rebounds, shooting 11 for 15 from the field. But unfortunately for him, it was not enough, thanks to his star players in James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, who seriously underperformed. So yeah, that about wraps up my reaction. If I were a betting man, I'd say there's a very low likelihood of Kawhi Leonard letting the series end without a fight. So with that being said, Jamal Murray, Oreo McFlurry is my bedtime. I'm in a hurry. Clippers in 7. But before I let you go, we've got to watch some film, so stay with me now just a little bit longer. Okay, so in this possession, the Clippers have already made a mistake. You have Zubac on Aaron Gordon, which means James Harden is left on Jokic, so there's a mismatch here, and Jokic is going to try to abuse that some way. And Zubac recognizes this, so he knows eventually he's going to have to go help James Harden close on Jokic. So Zubac is getting ready to help, but watch this. Look at Kawhi Leonard. He sees this. So now that he's aware of this, he knows Jokic is going to try to get to the open Aaron Gordon. And so, like clockwork, Kawhi's there. Easy block. Just a really good defensive play from Kawhi Leonard. Okay, so to understand this play, first we're going to have to go look back at the few possessions before this. Braun inbounds it to Murray. Gordon's going to give him the screen. Jamal Murray gets an easy bounce pass here. And going downhill, no one's stopping this. That's just good hoops. Okay, so now that Aaron Gordon had got such an easy bucket just a few possessions before, Chris Dunn's going to try his best to stay disciplined and prevent him from doing it again. So he's doing this, but he's also ball watching because he knows Jamal Murray and Jokic are so lethal. Jokic gets the screen. But then within the split second, it looked like Jamal was going to pass it out to Jokic. So he's getting ready to just steal the ball here. And his instinct was right. Jamal is going to pass the ball, but not to Jokic. Instead, Murray finds the open Aaron Gordon, and Aaron Gordon takes the open three. It's good. So yeah, looks like the Nuggets have finally got their swag back. Anyways, that's what I think. But you let me know what you think down in the comments below about whether or not you think the Clippers can come back from down 3-2. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and turn those noties on. Matista signing out!